I think that the comic community is wonderful, but I also think that the tipping culture in the comic community kind of sucks, okay? I'm guilty of this. I am 1,000% guilty of this. However, like, I started streaming recently. I started streaming video games because I thought it would be fun to do, and I'm starting to get just as many viewers as I did when I've been doing years and years and years and years of art streaming. And when it comes to art streaming, I will do like commission streams like the one that we did over like the course of a week, and I'll get like a bunch of tips to create art, and it's so cool and I love it, but it's also a lot of work, okay? When I boot up a game stream, there have been already been a handful of times where brand new viewers just give me money for streaming a game that they like, and that is incredibly insane to me, okay? I I'm just delighted to see that. And it's just kind of like a general thing where like the YouTube tipping culture is so real, the Twitch tipping culture is so real, but people reading your comics, nothing. You know, like people don't donate in the same way that they do on YouTube and stuff, and it's kind of frustrating. And I've been trying to make a video here. I've been sitting here being like, okay, how do you get money on Patreon? And I have no clue. Okay, I've gotten money on Patreon. I have 100% gotten money on Patreon. I was getting a lot of money on Patreon for a while too, and it was very useful. It was very helpful. It like was able to, you know, give me security when I was a lot poorer. Well, I guess I'm more poor now. It's complicated. But yeah, like I was able to make a good amount on Patreon, and it wasn't because I was making comics on Patreon. Okay, I wasn't surviving on that Patreon money by doing comics. I've tried multiple times to make money doing comics on Patreon, and it just doesn't work. People are just not interested in paying for it, and they're not interested in tipping for it. I think people are very, very good at supporting comics when it comes to like doing Kickstarters and making books and physical things. I think there's like a wonderful Kickstarter community that will help back generally like no name comic projects, and I think that's so cool. But for Patreon, for like these subscription things, for Ko-fi, I cannot get two nickels to rub together. I have a Patreon, okay? I have access to my Discord, which is a comic community where people talk about comics and stuff, and by becoming a Patreon member or a YouTube member, I have connected both of them, just so you know. I know a few people aren't aware of this when they subscribe to me on... When you become a YouTube member, a paid member for like $1 a month, I believe, you have access to every single thing and more that the Patreon has to offer. So you get the little badge by your name, you get my videos early, you get access to the Discord, you get access to the 24/7 voice chats that are available on there. They're not as boppin' as they used to be, but there has been times where they are boppin'. And if you pay at a certain tier level, you have access to my comics, which nobody has pledged to at that tier level. And it's not because of the $1 thing, right? Because I have bigger tiers. I have much larger tiers, and these were the ones that really sustained me for a while, and still do to a large extent. I have two tiers, and one of them is for the critique tier, and the critique tier is once a month I do a stream with my wife, and we look over people's art, we look over designs of characters, we look over scripts, like I'll read them in advance, and then give people like advice and opinions based on everything that we've read. And that tier is more expensive than access to all of my comics early. And I have nobody on the comics early thing, and everybody is in the tier to get critique from me. And that makes complete sense, okay? But it is not frustrating. It's not frustrating that I don't know how to make money on comics. I know how to make it tangentially. I've been working on a book that I want to publish in the future. It's a book of how to write comics. I want to go in depth with like images and all sorts of stuff. And like, no matter how much I give for free online to y'all and talk to you on, as I do, I still think a book will do fine. The proof will be in the pudding, whether or not this book will be a boost for me or not. But by boost, I mean like whether it will do better than my own traditional original work or not. It's just kind of like a frustration where like nonfiction just does very well for me. My social platform does very well for me, but I don't know how to make money and make people enjoy my comics. And this is me not saying, don't get this wrong, I am saying that people enjoy my comics and people buy my comics, people support my comics. They do so usually through buying the books, but I don't know how you would convert this into like a tipping type thing. Whereas I can just like boot up a game stream and like, I don't do very well, don't get me wrong, but like the ease at which and the normalization of tipping your streamer is like crazy to me, like in a good way. I just wish this crazy in a good way thing would like relate back to people who read comics a bit more, because like I don't know, it's just something like that feels a bit odd. Maybe it's just because like I don't have like a donation link on my comics. Maybe if I put a donation link on my comics, people would click it. That's kind of what it used to be like in the past. But I guess I do link to my Patreon and people don't hit that thing. I don't know. What are your thoughts on that? You can talk about it here. And if you're interested in anything, I also have a free Discord. If I have like the Discord is the same. There's like a free section and then there's like the paid section. And the free section is fine. There's tons of people there. I'm trying to get more just in general. I thought I would talk about it more. And yeah, thank you so much for listening. I'd love to hear your opinions. Sorry, this is a bit short and rambly today, but like, if all, what's the Steven Universe thing? If all bacon was pork chops, we wouldn't have hot dogs? No, no, that's not it. Well, that's what we're leaving on. Anyways, goodbye. See you tomorrow.